Every Saturday at 1, join us for Nancy Valiente's Real Estate Insights.
All right, welcome back, Malahki. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you, Nancy.
Okay, so tell me, in terms of transparency, can you tell us about the fees in the design industry?
Yes, the biggest fee is, or I shouldn't say the biggest fee, general fee is the design fee. Design fee is usually calculated as a minimum of 10% of the total project cost. That's how we suggest clients budget for the cost of the design fee. But depending on the complexity of the design, that can increase from 10%, I'd say in general, to 30% and upwards, depending on the client's choices.
I see. So after that visit, you normally come back with an estimate of the total project?
Yes, after our first consultation to get an idea of the client's needs, then we bring back a visual presentation to show that we're on track. And then after contract discussions, we collect a design fee.
I see. And I heard that after these fees that you're talking about, there is a new concept that is called the procurement fee. Can you just enlighten us with that?
Yes, some people may have heard of this with interior design. Sometimes people feel like this isn't as transparent or they don't have a full understanding. So for an interior design, part of the profits for the business comes from the procurement of furniture. The design fee is specifically for the creative aspects of the design, and covered by the design fee is the design itself, the concept, the colors, furniture selection, decor selection. If a client would like RavenThorn Interior Design to go about procuring those items for the client, the decor and the furnishings, and those items are going to be purchased from a showroom.
I see.
Then, which involves us searching for those items, determining what will be used in the design. And then also, we're responsible for the procurement, delivery, and installation of those items.
I see. So it's also about the logistics too, right?
Yes, the logistics and, transporting the items from the showroom, wherever that might be in Mexico or from abroad, to the client's home, and then the final installation of the items. And there's usually a industry standard procurement fee of 15 to 30%, and that varies depending on the complexity of the order and the vendor. But also, to benefit of the client, some, especially in the interior design trade only sources, will often offer a designer a discount, which can be used to reduce that procurement fee. So at times, say, the vendor might offer me a 10% discount and the procurement fee might be 15%. The client would only pay a 5% increase.
Okay, that's very good, because I heard also something about that there are some items when you go to certain showrooms that cannot be purchased directly to the public. It's only for the designers. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, this is involved more in the design trade. It's very prevalent in the United States and internationally. They're supporting designers is an entire trade of furniture makers and decor designers, and this trade is exclusive to the design trade. You have to be a designer to order and purchase these items, but we do this on behalf of our clients, and this allows for there to be an exclusivity so that there are items specifically available to designers, not available to the general public.
So that makes me think that probably this type of furniture is very special, or maybe they just make a few of them. How does that work?
Sometimes it's special collections. Sometimes things are mass-produced. It can be everything from furnishings and decor to wallpaper, other items. It's what has happened is over hundreds of years of design, an industry has risen up to support the design trade. And, out of a sense of exclusivity to give clients a reason to come to a designer, these items are kept within the design trade. And in the United States, where we source some items that are available internationally but not in Mexico, you have to have a designer's license to secure these items.
That's so interesting.
Yes, it really opens the doors to a lot of variety and actually a lot of discovery that clients, when they meet RavenThorn Interior Design and start to work with us, they're not really aware of this aspect of the design trade.
I see. Well, Thank you so much for letting us know all that. I mean,
Yes.
it we know that the design, interior design, we need to pay a fee, but now to know the breakdown, it's important. So
Yeah.
we understand that there are different ways to create a budget.
Yes. One last thing, Nancy. If clients order custom made furniture through RavenThorn Interior Design in our design studio, our carpentry studio, then there is no procurement fee. That's just rolled into the furniture price.
I see. So that
Yeah.
means it's part of the premium services
Yes,
that
part of
you
the premium
provide.
services. There's no procurement fee for custom furniture produced by us directly.
That's a great advantage. That
Yes.
means that if
Yes.
you work with RavenThorn Designs, also with DCM and another one, Studio Madera, that they work all together, no procurement fee, which is also something that you probably can invest in part of your project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yes, and so Malachi, when you work together with DCM and then you start executing and organizing the entire project, how do you do this blend?
Yes. Well, Nancy, when RavenThorn works with DCM, we do not charge maintenance oversight fee. I should make this clear. DCM, in partnership with RavenThorn Interior Design, is our best solution for clients because it allows the designer and the contractors to work closely together with the oversight of a designer and our construction manager Antonio Zapita. And when clients choose to use an outside contractor, which I often suggest they don't, but if they do, I charge a maintenance oversight fee because to really bring about a guarantee for the client that the project is going to come out as I've guaranteed them, I need to be on site to oversee the construction, renovation, painting, or other details.
Oh, that's time.
Yes, it's time. And with DCM being a co owner, I'm able to provide that for clients without an oversight fee. Without charging an oversight fee, it's just not possible to be on site that extended amount of time that renovation or construction might be needed.
I see. So it's really about to synchronize that everything works towards the same goal. In this way, it makes easier and a smooth process for everyone.
Yes, and I think what we have found at DCM Construction is that having Mexican construction expertise is paramount, but also having a foreigner's review of construction services helps dial the service into the expectations of the clients. And so we really advise clients, if you're able, hire both of our services because they go hand in hand, and we're able to guarantee the quality of services.
Okay, well, that's a good explanation. Thank you
Thank you.
for that. Now we know that, and this happens in every field of life. If you have a team that is working towards a goal and they go in the same way, it will be easier than bringing someone else that probably they have, of course, the skills, but then is try to put everything together in terms of communication and the standards. So you have here a choice that brings you not only the creative part, which is the design. You also have the company that can execute a renovation, and also if you want build from scratch, they can do that for you.
Yes, and it's very important when you have a complex project, you're trying to communicate across language and cultural barriers. And with a client's vision at the forefront, it can be difficult for the different aspects of the project to communicate and deliver. And when you have all these services delivered as a suite, it just becomes much easier to bring the vision to its authentic, conclusion.
All right. Well, thank you for all these very, very good insights regarding the interior design and construction.
Thank you, Nancy.
And well, thank you so much for joining us today. Also, we learned today about new concepts like the procurement fee is something that understanding the breakdown of the fees in the interior designer, I think, is something that now you have a better idea when you see an estimate with interior designer, with RavenThorn, or with any other companies. You have an idea of what to expect, and as well how DCM works in terms of putting a professional in every field, not a multitask person to do a lot of things in one go. And regarding the how to buy in Puerto Vallarta, the things that you need to know before purchasing here in Puerto Vallarta, the good things just to remind you is like no need residency, you don't need a bank account, and also the beach in Mexico is public. And in future episodes, we will talk about the Federal Maritime Concession, and you will know more about this. How, when you see a place that probably is kind of a private property, but it's not, I will tell you about that, and how the contracts in the interior design, the construction, and the real estate can be the good tool and a peace of mind for you when buying property in Mexico.